Good morning, sir. My name is Jamal Camida ng BIT2B. Our topic for today is all about the electronic power steering, symptoms and problems. So, before we move to our main topic, we need to know what is electronic power steering. An electronic power steering or EPS system advantage over a hydraulic system is if the engine stalls you, you will still have steering assist. This advantage can also be a disadvantage if the system will shut down while the engine is running due to steering assist. So makikita po natin sir yung part iba't ibang part ng ng electronic power steering. Merong gear set, speed, PLDC motor, torque sensor, torsion bar. A driver of this condition will become concerned if an electronic failure occurred while the engine was running, as the loss of assist would be the expected. Electronic power steering system eliminate the need for a pump, hoses, and belt connected to the engine using variable amounts of power. The configuration of an EPS system can allow the entire power assist system to be packaged on the rack and or pinion steering gear on the steering column. The system does not drag on the engine from either power steering or alternator because it will not provide assist until required by driver input. Also, there's an hydraulic fluid. So kung nalaman natin yung kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng electronic power steering, mag-move naman tayo doon sa symptoms and the common problem. So this is the 9 common steering problems and their fixes. Number 1, power steering fluid is low. Like any other fluid in your car, you have to make sure your power steering fluid is at appropriate level. This ensures your car runs perfectly. If gets hard to steer your car, make sure you check your power steering level first. Power steering problems often start with the fluid. Number 2, power steering leak. If you have low power steering fluid, there could be a leak. Check under your car for a puddle. Power steering fluid is a generally clear, red or pink. If you notice a puddle in one of these color, check the power steering fluid level. Also check for power steering fluid foaming. Damaged steering rack mount. If you are noticing that your steering wheel is beginning to feel uncomfortable, it could be a damaged steering rack mount. This is a problem you can fix on your own, but if you're not sure how to fix power steering problems, take it a certified mechanic. Number 4, damaged power steering belt. If your power steering belt becomes slack or worn out, your steering wheel will begin to feel heavy or seem tired. This issue can be fixed by tightening the belt or replacing it. Number bad strut bearing. If you have found that your steering wheel is beginning to stray as you drive it, could be the strut bearings or the tie rods. This is often due to a broken steering rack and should be fixed by a professional. You even notice noise when turning steering wheel. 6. Hard to steer. If you find the steering wheel is hard to turn and you are having to exert a lot of strength to turn your car steering wheel, it could be that you have low tire pressure, that power steering could be inoperative, or there may be problem in the steering system itself. If you've been an accident, your car's frame could be bent, which could make the car hard to steer. But first, make sure to check your tire pressure first. Power steering problems hard to turn make it tough to drive. 7. Expensive play in steering. If you notice a lot of extra movement in your steering wheel, steering wheel slipping or steering wheel vibration can make it hard to control your car. This may be due to looseness in your steering wheel, the steering leakage, or the wheel bearing. Number 8 is steering lifting. If your car is starting to drift from one side of the road to the other, it could be because your tires don't have the right pressure or they are mismatched. If your grease aren't lubricated correctly, your steering gear is to lose your piston suspension. So this can all lead to the car wandering. Vehicle pulling. If your vehicle is always pulling to one side when you're driving, it's often due to an even tire pressure. It could also simply mean your car is out of alignment. If maybe even seems that your steering wheel off center. So that's the topic our for today. Thank you, sir.